Okay. Shall we start now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Question number 1, it says y equals to mx plus c. Find the value of y when m is negative 3. So y equals to negative 3 multiplied by x, that is negative 2, plus c, that is negative 8. So negative 8. So that is 6 minus 8, which is negative 2. Yeah. Question number 2. It says on the Venn diagram, shade the region A intersection B. Intersection means the common region, right? So that is this section. Okay. Moving on to question number 3. It says in triangle ABC, BC is 7.6 centimeter, AC is 6.2 centimeter. Using a ruler and compass only, construct triangle ABC. Leave in your construction arcs. That means you don't have to erase the arcs. The side AB has been drawn for you. So AB is already drawn. We have to draw or sketch BC and AC line. So use a compass, mark a length of 7.6 centimeter, and from B, make an arc. Let's say this is 7.6 centimeter arc. Yeah. Then from point A, measure an arc of length 6.2 centimeter, and then make an arc at a distance of 6.2 centimeter. Now this point of intersection will be your point C, and join them from A to C, and then from B to C. So AC will be 6.2 centimeters and BC will be 7.6 centimeters. And leave your construction arcs. Do not erase it. It is clearly mentioned, leave in your construction arc, because that's the working that we have used a ruler and compass and have done the construction for this triangle. Shall we move on? Okay. Question number 4, it says write 2 raised to negative 4 as decimal. So simply it's a cal paper. We can use the cal. 2 raised to negative 4, and the answer is 1 upon 16, which is 0.0625. Next question. Question number 5, it says simplify. Will cancel out 2 and 4. So 2 2s are 4. So ultimately we have 2p square upon t. That's the answer. 2p square divided by t. Clear? Next question, question number 6. It says the bearing of B from A is 105. The bearing of B from A is 105. That means this angle is given to us as 105 degrees. If this is 105 degrees, this angle is surely 75 degrees, because the co-interior angles adds to 180 degree when the lines are parallel. So this is 105, this is going to be 75. Now it says find the bearing of A from B. So the bearing of A from B, so the rule of bearing says that we start from north, go in clockwise direction, and write in 3 significant figures. So this is the angle that they are asking for. So this is going to be 360 degree minus 75. So simply do 360 minus 75, that is 285 degrees. 285 degrees is the answer. Clear? Any confusion? Any questions? Moving on to next question, question number 7. It says 1 minus x upon 3 equals to 5. So we can write 1 minus x is equals to 5 into 3, that is 15. Then we can write 1 minus 15 is equals to x. So x is negative 14. These are all easy questions. Next question. Question number 8. It says A train of length 105 meter takes 11 seconds to pass completely through the station of length 225 meter. Calculate the speed of the train. We have to find the speed of the train. So what is the total distance covered?
105 plus 225.
105 plus 225. Perfect. Because the station length is 225 and the length of the train is also 105 and it is passing completely. So that is 105 plus 225, which is
330.
330 meters. And it is taking, so this is the distance. And how much time it is taking? 11
11
seconds.
seconds.
We have to find the speed. So speed will be distance upon time. So 330 upon 11. 330 upon 11.
30 is
So
answer.
11. 30 is the answer, but 30 is not the answer.
30 meter per second is the answer.
Yes, 30 meter per second is the answer. The question clearly says that calculate your speed in kilometer per hour. So whenever you have to convert a value from meter per second to kilometer per hour, multiply by 18 by 5 to convert it into kilometer per hour. Okay. So 5 ones are 5, or you can do it in calculator. 30 into 18 divided by 5, 108. 108 kilometers per hour. Okay.
Yeah,
Next.
sir.
Question number 9, it says divide 24 in the ratio 7:5. 7 plus 5 is how much? 12. So can we write 7
24 divided
by,
by 12 is 2, then 7 into 2.
you can do like that also. So 7 by 12 into 24. So 12 is a 12, 12 2s are 24, 7 into 2, that is 14. So out of 24, if this is 14, the other part must be 10. 14 is to 10. Yeah. Next question. Write 24.60 as a fraction of $2870. Give your answer in the simplest form. So basically they're telling us to write 24.60 upon 2870 and we have to write it in simplest form. So just write it in the calculator. 24.60 divided by 2870, which is 3 by 350. That's the answer in the simplest form. Shall we move on now? Next question, question number 11. It says in a sale, the original price are reduced by 15%. Whatever is the original price, it is reduced by 15%. It says calculate the sale price of a book that has an original price of $12. So there is a formula, new price is equals to original price divided by the multiplier. So our original price is how much? $12 divided by multiplier, which is 0.85, because it is reduced by 15%. So 12 divided by 0.85, that is, wait, 12 into 0.85.
New price is original price into multiplier.
Yes, yes. 12 into multiplier, that is 0.85. New price is original price into multiplier, into the multiplier. So that is 12 into 0.85, which is 10.2. The formula is original price is equals to new price upon the multiplier. This is the formula, or what, anyone you can remember. Second, it says calculate the original price. We have to find the original price of a jacket that has sale price of 38.25. So 38.25 divided by the multiplier, that is 0.85. So 38.25 divided by 0.85, that is $45. Clear? Let's move on. Question 12. It says teen invests $500 for 10 years. So $500 is the principal amount, 10 years is the time. Rate of interest is 1.7 per simple interest. Calculate the total interest earned during the 10 years. So simple interest formula we will apply SI equals to P into R into T upon 100. So P is 500. P is 500 into R, that is 1.7, into T, that is 10, whole divided by 100. So 0, 0 cancel out, 0, 0 cancel out. Do this in calculator. So 5 multiplied by 17, that is 85. $85 is the interest earned. Yeah. Part B, Oli invests $200. So this is the principal amount at a rate of 0.35 per day compound interest. Calculate the value of Ollie's investment at the end of 1 year. 1 year is 365 days. We have to find the Ollie's investment amount after 365 days. So amount will be, now we have to use compound interest formula. P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to T. So principal amount is 200, 1 plus R is 0.0035 upon 100 whole raised to 365. So this calculation we can do directly in the calculator. So 200 brackets 1 plus multiplied by 0.0035 divided by 100 whole raised to 365, and I am getting whole raised to 365, and the answer is 202.57. 202.57, so we can write 6. This is the answer.
So wouldn't be it
Is
in
this clear?
3SF?
3SF you can write. This is the exact amount. Ideally, it is clearly mentioned in the instruction. Give non-exact numerical answer correct to 3 significant figure. So even if you write 202.67 or 6, I think it was 57, that is 6. This is also correct. Or you can write 203. Correct up to 3
Yes,
significant.
sometimes there is also question asked for the n, like find the value of n. So how to do that?
So there are two methods. One is hidden trial method. Another value is logarithm method. So whenever you have a value, when you have to find the exponents, we use the log method, but log method is not introduced. Let's say you have to find, for example, 100 is equals to 2 raised to n. Yeah.
Hmm.
And you have to find the value of n.
Yes. Mhm.
You can do it with cal method also. Just a second, let me check. 100 alpha equals to 2 raised to, you put any variable x, alpha x, and then shift solve equals to, you will get the answer 6.66 like this. If you want to see, just put the equation in the calculator. Can you see?
Acha, okay.
100 equals to 2 raised to x, and then use the solver. It will give you the answer.
Yes. And instead of that, if you want to use the log method, so
Log method,
what will
then
be in the
log.
base and what will be in the upper ka wala
I'll tell
bucket?
you. So log 100 is equals to n log 2. So the exponent will come here and multiply with log 2, n log 2. Okay. Then you can make n the subject of the equation. You can write log 100 divided by log 2 is equals to n, and you can check the answer will still be 6.64.
Okay, I'm talking about this wala log.
That we don't have to use. This log means log base 10. Base you have to give 10 then.
This wala. See.
I got it. Log
Oh.
100 divided by log 2. We have to use this
Even in
one.
this, I'm getting 6.64.
If you
Acha,
are
okay.
giving log base 10, you will get 6.64 or 62. Or if you are using log directly like this, you will still get the same answer 6.64. Check.
So I give log base 2 only. So
No, log base 10. Okay, this is separate.
Sure.
This is separate. That is another formula. That's what I'm telling you. Log base 200 when you are
Huh.
getting when you are doing log base 200, you will get the answer directly. So that is the form.
Huh.
100 equals to 2 raised to n can be written as n equals to
And equal to
log
log
base 200.
200.
So, but this
Okay,
is
so
not.
base will be down and the 100 will be on the top part.
Yes.
Okay.
But ideally, you should use this one, or you can use that one if you know that, but it is not introduced in IGCSE. Okay. Okay, let's move on to question number 13 now. So we have 5x raised to 4 raised to 3. So we can write it as 5 raised to 3 x raised to 12 because 4 will multiply this with this. So it will become 125 x raised to 12. That's the answer. Clear? Next is 256 x raised to 256 whole to the power 3 by 8. So we can write 256 to the power 3 by 8 x to the power 256 multiplied by 3 by 8. And then we can do this calculation using the calci. 256 to the power 3 divided by 8. I'm getting 8. And 256 into 3 by 8. I'm getting 96. So x to the power 96. So answer is 8x to the power 96. And for the above one, it is 125x to the power 12. Clear? Any questions? Any doubts in this?
None, sir.
Okay, let's move on to question number 14 now. Arc length question. It says the diagram shows a sector of a circle. The diagram shows a
So I
sector of a
forgot to
circle of
ask,
radius.
but
Yes.
in that I can do 2 raised to 8 also, na? In
Which
this
one?
one.
A or B?
256, 3 by 8 you have done. I can do 2 raised to 8 into 3 by 8, right?
Yes. So that we generally do in non-cal paper. Here we are allowed to use cal. We can simply do 256
Oh,
to the power 3 over 8 like this. Put this in the calci and you will get the answer as 8. Right?
all right.
But what you said
Directly.
is perfect, but that we have to do in the non-cal paper. Okay?
Non-calculable. Okay.
Question number 14, it says the diagram shows a sector of the circle with radius 8 centimeter. The length of the arc PQ is 6.4. Arc length is given to us. It says find the area of the sector. What is the formula for area of the sector? Theta divided by 360 degrees multiplied by pi r square. This is the formula. But do we have the theta, this angle?
So we can use the
No.
radian.
Sorry?
So the radians one, the formula. 1 by 2
Not
radians.
radians. We can use the arc length formula. Because the arc length is given to us, we can use the arc length formula theta divided by 360 multiplied by 2 pi r, and the arc length is 6.4. So can I substitute here 6.4 equals to theta divided by 360 degree multiplied by 2 pi, and radius is 8 centimeters, so multiplied by 8. Make theta the subject of the equation. So 6.4 multiplied by 360 degree divided by 2 pi and 8, which is equals to theta. Do this calculation in your calculator. So 6.4 multiplied by 360 divided by 2 pi multiplied by 8, and my theta is 45.8. Actually, it is 45.84. Because this is not the final answer, I am taking correct up to 2 decimal place. 45.84 is my theta. If I want to find my area of the sector, I'll write 45.84 divided by 360 degree multiplied by pi into r square, 8 square. So when I'll do this, I'll get my answer. So 45.84 divided by 360 multiplied by pi into 8 square, which is coming out as 25.6. 25.6 centimeter square. This is question number 14. And the answer
But
is
we can use the L equal to R theta for arc length.
L equals to R theta.
So we'll get it in radians and then we can convert it to degree.
But why do you want to do additional calculation? L equals to R theta in radians. You can directly use it in degrees, no? Theta by 360 into 2 pi r. You will get the theta. Use the theta here, theta by 360 into pi r square, you will get the arc length. Sorry, area of sector. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. So let's move on. Question number 15 now. It says the diagram shows a field ABCD, the bearing of B. The bearing of B from A is 140 degree. So let's sketch the line like this. North line here at B. This is the north line. It says C is due east of B and D is due north of C. Show that the bearing of D from B is 37.9 degree, correct to one decimal place. They are asking us to find the bearing of D from B. So we have to join this line BD also, like this. Clear? 2 marks. Okay. Which angle we have to find? We have to find this angle. The bearing of D from B, as per the method to find the bearing is always calculated from north and it is calculated in clockwise direction. So this is the line, this is the angle that we have to calculate, the bearing of D from B. Now we can see that BCD is a right angle triangle, right? Can we find this angle first, theta? So theta will be tan inverse 450 by 350, tan inverse P by B. So let's do this. Tan inverse 450 divided by 350, bracket close, and the answer is 52.12, like this. Yeah. But we have to find the other half. So that angle is, the whole angle is 90 degree. Why 90? Because there was a clear sentence. C is due east of B. This C is due east of B. Exactly 90 degree on the right. That's why this is 90 degree. So if you have to find that bearing, it will be 90 degrees minus 52.12. So 90 minus 52.12, I'm getting 37.8749 something. And we have to write correct up to one decimal place. So that will be 37.9 degrees.
So wouldn't it be
Is this clear?
037.9?
Just a second. No, because generally we don't write bearing in the bearing in decimals. If it is 37.9, we will write 38 and we will write a 0 here because the bearings are always written correct up to 3 significant figure. That's the third rule of the bearing. But there is a special mention in this question that you write correct to one decimal place. So there are 3 significant figure only, no? 37.9.
So what we have to write in the blank then?
Sorry?
What
In
we
the
have to
blank, we have
write?
to write 37.9. This I was only explaining that in a general question where the special instruction is not given to us, then we will write 038. But here in this question, they have clearly mentioned that show that the bearing is 37.9 correct up to one decimal
But
place.
this is a proofings question, right? They know that B is equal to 37.9.
So we have to write 37.9 only. We cannot write 038 here. That's what I was saying. Okay. Now next part, part B. It says calculate the distance from D to A. We have to find the distance from D to A. So this is the distance that we have to find. Can I mark this as X, this whole length? Yeah. Okay. If we have to find this whole length, how many marks? 6-mark question, 6 marks. Okay, this is the distance we have to find. We don't, or let's label this as, this is A, B, C, D. Can we mark this as E, this point? And let's say this point as F. Yeah. We have to find AD, which is X. If we have to find AD, we have to find AE and ED, right? And then we can apply Pythagoras theorem. We can find AE, ED, and then we can apply Pythagoras theorem. But we don't have ED, neither we have AE. So check. This is 350. Can we say this is also 350? FE? Okay. So FE is done. Now we have to find AF. AF, so this is 90 degree, right? And if this is 140 degree, this must be 40 degrees, co-interior angles, because co-interior angles adds up to 180 degree. This is 40, this is a right angle triangle now, and we have to find AF. So if we have to find AF, this is the opposite, so this is P. Can we say that sine 40 is P by 400, or opposite by 400, opposite upon hypotenuse? So P will be 400 into sine 40. What is 400 into sine 40? That is 257.11.
So we can also do it by cos, by taking angle A as 50. Because its opposite is 90. So 140
Yes,
minus
but that
90,
is yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Okay.
You can surely do that. That is the other way. So this P value is 257.11, 257.11. So we will write down AE separately. AE is basically 257.11 plus additional 350. So 257.11 plus 350, and my answer is 607.11. 607.11 meters. Now, this answer, I'm keeping it separately here, because it is required. This we have calculated. We still have to find DE, right? To find DE, we need CE, because because CD minus CE will give us D. Basically, this whole minus this part will give us this D. Let's say the D is
So
Y.
we can use FB by Pythagoras.
Exactly. We can either use again cos formula, or we can also use Pythagoras theorem, because we don't have the base, but we do have the perpendicular and the hypotenuse. So here to find BF, we can do under root of 400 square minus 257.11 square, and we'll get the length of BF. Let's check. So under root of 400 square minus 257.11 square, and the answer is 306.42. Right? If BF, this part is 306.42, that means this is also 306.42. So Y will be how much? 450 minus answer, that is 143.57. This is 143.57. So write it down. ED is 143.57. We can write it as 6 also, but let's write it down as 57. Yeah. Now this is another working that we have to keep it, because that's the working. Now we have to find AD. So we can do it here only directly. AD will be 607.11 square plus ED square, that is 143.57 square. Do this in calculator, you will get the answer. So under root of 607.11 square plus 143.57 square, and the answer is 623.85. 623.85, that is the length of AD, which can be written as 624, correct up to 3 significant figure, these many meters. Clear? Any questions in this?
No, sir.
So can you wait for 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure, no problem. This was for 6 marks. If you have any queries, how we have calculated the value, if you want to ask your doubts, please feel free to ask. Vardhan, do you have any doubts? Okay. Johan, Arav, Surachit.
No, sir.
Okay.
Hello,
Yes, Johan.
sir.
Yes, Johan.
Sir, we could also use cosine rule now. We could
Yes.
do root of 350 square plus 450 square and do
To
cosine
find
rule.
the final AD,
Yes.
we don't know this angle exactly, this angle. Or
We can do AB, BD and AD ka cosine rule.
AB,
BD
BD
and AD ka cosine rule.
and AD ka cosine rule. Yeah, we can do that also. Perfect. We can do that also. For that, we have to find this length.
And we'll get that under root of 450 square plus 350 square.
Did you get this? Yeah, perfect. Did you get the same answer?
Yes.
Perfect. So we can do cosine rule also. That's a good approach. We can find this value. We already have this value. This angle is 40. This angle we have calculated. I think it was 37 point something. 37.9. So this whole angle also we have. We can directly apply cosine rule and find. In that also we have to do two calculations. First, we have to find this value by Pythagoras. Then we have to apply cosine rule. Here we calculated AE and ED and then Pythagoras theorem. But both the methods should give you the same answer, 624. Clear?
So
Okay.
we can get marks for both methods, right?
Yes, yes. Both the methods are correct method. Part C. Jono runs around the field A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. He runs at a speed of 3 meters per second. What is the total distance covered? So we'll use the calci and to write the total distance directly. I think the final answer was 623.85. This is 623.85. So let's add 623.85 plus 400 plus 350 plus 450. So the total distance cover is 1823.85. 1823.85. This is the total distance and the speed is 3 meters per second. And this is this much meters. It says calculate the total time Jono takes to run around the field. Give your answer in minutes and seconds. First, find the time. Time is distance upon speed. So that is 1823.85 divided by 3 meter per second. So answer is divided by 3, 607.95. 607.95. This much seconds, right? But the question clearly says that give your answer in minutes and seconds.
So to do 10 minutes, 8 seconds.
How many? Perfect. Perfect. Because you have to do 607.95 divided by how much? 60. When you will do this divided by 60, you will get 10.1325. That means 10 minutes and additional 1.325 minutes. So 0.1325 multiplied by 60 again, you will get 10 minutes and I'm getting 7.9516, which is approximately 8 seconds. Clear? Any questions in this? Okay. Moving on to the next question now. Now statistics. It says the speed of each of 200 cars passing a building is measured. The table shows the results. So we have the class interval for different speeds, and there are different cars with different frequencies. So 0 to 20 is 16, 20 to 40 is 34, 45 to 40 to 45 kilometer per hour speed is 62, and so on. It says calculate an estimate of the mean. So whenever we have to find the mean where a class interval is given to us instead of a particular speed, we can find the midpoint of that first. Midpoint. So midpoint of 0 to 20 is 10. 20 to 40 is 30. 40 to 45 is 42.5. 45 to 50 is 47.5. 50 to 60 is 55. And 60 to 80 is 70, right? Then we have to find the mean, right? So mean is basically sum of all observation divided by total number of observations. So we will multiply the midpoint with the frequency. 10 into 16 plus 30 into 34 plus 42.5 into 62 plus 47.5 into 58 plus 55 into 26 plus 70 into 4 whole divided by total number of observation. The total number of cars is already mentioned that it is 200. So do this and you will get your answer. There is a way here you can use your statistics one variable, or you do this calculation, you will get your answer.
Is it necessary to write down the sigma formula and then do it, or directly we can do?
We have not written the formula. You have to write this one. This is a 4-marker question. Don't write directly. This is a 4-marker question. Do mention that you are doing it like this.
No.
Then
I'm talking about the sigma formula, like sigma fx upon sigma f equal to
formula, we don't need to write sigma xf or fx upon sigma f or sigma xi fi upon sigma fi. So formula we don't need to write, but you have to show this working for sure. So 10 into 16 bracket close plus 30 into 34 bracket close plus 42.5 into 62 bracket close plus 47.5 multiplied by 58 bracket close plus 55 into 26 bracket close plus 70 into 4 bracket close whole divided by 200, and I am getting 41.4.
I'm getting 50.4.
I'm getting 41.4. Check. I think you have not taken, or you might have switched some value. Let me check from the answer key. Question number 16A. 16A is 41.4 only.
Check. Got it. 41.4.
Perfect. Let's move on. Before moving ahead, any questions, any doubts, anyone?
No.
Okay. Second part, it says use the frequency table to complete the cumulative frequency table. Okay, so this is cumulative frequency. We already know the frequency. The first one is 16. Second is 16 plus 34, that is 50. Third one is 16 plus, basically 50 plus 62. 50 plus 62, that is 112 here. Next, 112 plus the next one, that is 58. So 112 plus 58, that is 170. If you want to cross check the next one, 170 plus 26, that is 196. That's how we are getting 196. Cumulative frequency, you have to keep on adding the frequency to get the next frequency. Clear? Now, in the next part, they're telling us on the grid, draw a cumulative frequency diagram. Cumulative frequency is mentioned on the y-axis and the class interval for the speed is on the x-axis. Now, 0 to 20 is 16. So let's mark 16. 0 to 20 is 16. 0 to 20, 16. Now, if we look closely here, we can clearly see that if this is 20, what is 1 unit? 4? 4. So at 20, we have to show 16. So 16 must be here. 4 into 4 is 16. Now let's check the second one. At 40, it is 50. At 40, it is 50. So 40 here, and then 50 will be where?
Between 48 and 52.
In the right center of 40 and 60.
Yeah, exactly at the center here. Next one. At 45, it is 112. At 45, exactly at the center, it is 112. This is 100 and this is 100. This center will be 110, but we want 112, so somewhere here, right?
Yes.
This is little approx also, that is fine if we are not getting the exact coordinate. At 50 it is 170. At 50 it is 170. Let's go to 160, and 170 is exactly between 60 and 80. So that was for 50. 60 it is 196. At 60 it is 196. So 196 will be here. And at 80 it is 200. So that's the final one. At 80 it is 200. Now, these were the points. We also have to sketch the curve to complete the diagram. So let's don't use a scale here now. It's a curve, cumulative frequency curve. So you have to sketch it with freehand like this. Okay.
So is it necessary to sketch any of the graphs, any cubic, quadratic, or anything in one single line, or can we like assess it? Okay.
We can do it like this. It's difficult to move in one single line. You can draw partially, but not with a scale because it's a curve. You can just smoothly draw it and complete it. Make sure there are no extra lines like this somewhere here, or here like this. There are no extra lines. At least they are joining
Can we go like
perfectly.
this?
No. So you are asking ऐसे no. Draw with freehand, join at least 2 to 3 points together. Start from 0 and let's say complete till here, and then from here take a pause and the other side.
So suppose
Okay?
their medians and
That's the right
percentiles
way.
are. If their medians and
like
percentiles ask, and as your drawing is shaky, my drawing is it's shakier than what you have done on the screen. So sometimes it's not within the range. So how should we get the answer within the range? Like how precisely can we do?
So there is always a range in the mark scheme given to the examiner. So you might, even if you get like a little variation of certain points, that is fine, but it should not be completely off. Like let's say the answer is 42.5. Let me explain that question. If the correct answer, the precise answer is 42.5 and you are getting 42.8 or you are getting 42.3, that is fine. But by any chance you are getting 52 or you are getting 41, so that is very off, right? So slight range is there. Let's check. It says use your diagram to find the estimate of the upper quartile. What is upper quartile? Upper quartile is Q3. That is 3 by 4th of the data. So what is 3 by 4th? 3 by 4th of, I think there are 200 observations, right? 200. So 3 by 4 into 200. 3 divided by 4 into 200. They're asking for 150th position value. 150th. So let's go to 150th value. 150th value is here. From here, we will go to our graph like this and check. At this point, we will come down. And I think it is coming here. So that will be how much? 48. So we can write 48 here. 48 kilometer per hour. Now this 48
So what is the plus
I'll
minus
tell you.
range?
This 40, it depends. What is the range of the data? So now you can clearly see that where we have 40. So the 48 can be slightly 49 or 47. 48 cannot be 50 or 48 cannot be 41 or 42. So very slight range is there depending upon what is the class interval. Getting it?
Okay.
When the
So
class
something
interval,
like this diagram would be fine.
I think you have overwritten the curve. It should be a
Actually,
single line. I think
it should
I
be
can see
single
two
line.
lines.
This is not this
Yes.
one. It's a different one. And then this actually, one second, let me pin myself so I can. So here this point is there now. So this point was there. That's why it would not go as a S-ka curve. So it went like this. And I saw the other answers of the other people ka, so it was coming like this only. So it's such a one fine or ki ऐसा ही जाना है.
It should be a smooth
Like
curve.
this or
I
like
can see a
this.
smooth curve. I can see a smooth curve, and I can also see a straight line sketched
हाँ.
above.
So the
Straight line
dotted
sketch.
one, yeah.
No,
हाँ.
I can't see the dotted one, but there is a straight line right above the smooth curve, right? So that should not be there.
So the smooth curve. हाँ, so
It
the
is perfect.
smooth curve I have drawn right now just to show. But that is not matching with the point here. This is the point given 40, 42. And this is not matching with the point, this one. So then how to go with it?
It should
Because if
match
I draw a
ideally.
smooth curve now, then the point is coming here, a bit to the right. So the point is changing, and my answer for this wala 75% will also change.
I'm getting
That is
it,
why.
but see, it will always be a smooth S curve like this. Why? Because it is cumulative frequency. Whenever you move on to the next one is always greater than the previous one. So you will always get a smooth curve which will make a S shape. It cannot be a straight line. So there might be some scope of error in that question. You are saying that's a different question, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe you can put it in the group and we can discuss it later. You can see here,
Okay.
it will always be a smooth S shape like this because it is a cumulative frequency. The moment you move on to the next one is always greater than the first one. So it always goes like this. Okay. Let's move on now. Part C. It says 2 of the 200 cars are chosen at random. Find the probability that they both have the speed greater than 50 kilometers per hour. So now both should have speed greater than 50. Greater than 50, there are only two cases, 26 and 4, which is total 30, right? So and there are two cars chosen at random. So can we say that 30 divided by 200 multiplied by 29 divided by 199 and do this calculation, 30 divided by 200 multiplied by 29 divided by 199. Why 199?
One card is like reduced.
Yes, because one car is already selected in the first
87,
pick.
yeah.
So total number of cars reduced by 1. So 87 divided by 3980 is the answer. Any questions in this? Any doubts?
No.
Okay, let's move on to the next part. D, it says a new frequency table is made by combining intervals. On the grid, draw a histogram to show the information in the table. So this is the frequency density on the y-axis and the speed on the x-axis. So there is a formula for frequency density. That is frequency divided by the class width. So first you write down the class width. What is the class width? 0 to 40, it is 40. 40 to 50, it is 10. 50 to 80, it is 30. Right? And then you write down the frequency density. So frequency density is frequency upon class width. So that is 50 divided by 40, which is 1.25. 1.25. Then 120 divided by 10, that is 12. And the last one, 30 divided by 30, that is 1. So this is the frequency density of each class. For the first one, 0 to 40, it is 1.25. Now, first we have to mark the units to understand the gap. If this is 5, can we say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this one is 5, right? It is very important to understand this, and we will always get perfect answers. So first thing is to understand the scale that is given on the y-axis and the x-axis. X-axis, it is a gap of 1 unit is 10 units, and on y-axis, 1 unit is actually 5 units, and then there are sub intervals also. So for 0 to 40, we have to represent 0.25. So 0.25 will be, so this is 1, this is 1.5, right? Sorry. This is 1. So this is 1.5. 1.25 will be half of that. So what we can do, we can simply sketch at here. 0 to 40 at 1.25 here. Clear? Second is 40 to 50, 12.
So in such, actually this sees like, if I see this one, it feels like it is 1.5. So that much is fine, because the accuracy would be less, because it's
This has to be
low.
precise. This has to be precise.
Okay, so exact it should be, right? Okay.
Yes. This should be exact. Why? Because the intervals we can mark. We can mark the intervals. See, if I go to the graph, this is 1, this is 2, this point is
Yes.
1.5, right?
So what if that 1.5
But we
point
have to
would have been
represent
2?
1 point.
Oh. So what if the
Then we can
1.5
take between
then
that, because we have to represent 1.25.
then that would be a very slim
Siddharth,
line, na? So
see,
yes.
true. What we do, we deal with the data that we have. Presently, I can explain you how we can deal with this. You can take a calculative call for the variation. See, we have to mark 1.25. Now, 1.5 is between 1 and 2. So we marked 1.5 here. 1.25 will be between 1 and 1.5, exactly at the center. So we marked that point here, and
Yes.
then we sketch the polygon. Clear? Okay. I also marked the second one, that is that was 12, and the third one is 1 from 50 to 80, it is 1. So let's mark 1 from 50 to 80. So 1 is exactly here, 50 to 80, 2 units. Yeah. So this is done. And then you can also write it down here. This is 1.25, this is 12, this is 1. You can also shade it like this differently. This one, let's say like this. The other one, let's say like this. And let's say the last one like this. Slant line. 3 different for 3 different classes. Clear? Any questions in this?
Do we trend line in this? Yeah. Do we
Sorry?
have to draw a trend line in this, like that?
Like this? If you're not drawing the line, then your polygons should be clearly visible. Generally, what I have noticed, the polygons are not visible clearly. It becomes difficult to find. So when you shade it like this, it becomes easy to understand that, okay, 0 to 40 is this much,
No,
40 to
I'm not
50 is
talking
this.
about the shaded line. I'm talking about we have to draw now from 0 to 20, 1.25, then like that in the middle of
If
each point,
you
and then
can mark it, it's not compulsory to mark, but you can mark it 1.25, 12, and 1. Okay?
I'm talking about the trend line. The trend line बनाना रहता ना ऐसा. From 0
Like what
to
I have shaded.
1.25, then to 12, and no.
No, that is fine. That is fine. That we don't have to mark. It's fine. You can mark here 12, that's all. 12 you can mark, and rest of the points we have already marked.
You not
Clear?
I am telling
Can you show it to me on the graph?
Can you please give me annotate options, so I'll just show.
You can request for the annotation permission. I'll give it to you. I don't think I have the rights here. You can show it to me on your graph. You can show it to me on your graph.
Yes. Yes, please. I'm talking about
Which one?
this line.
Not required.
That's
Not required. Okay. Let's move on to question number 17 now. The diagram shows two triangles. It says calculate QR.
We
This
need to use a cosine
is
rule.
the QR. Let's we can clearly see that it's a triangle with 150 square minus 2 into 120 into 150 into cos 25 degrees. Do this calculation directly in the calci. Root of 120 square plus 150 square minus 2 times 120 into 150 into cos 25.
65.37.
And the answer is 65.4. 65.37. Yeah, so I'm writing 65.4. Correct up to 3 significant figure. 65.4. Okay. 65.4 meters. Let's label it here also 65.4. In the second one, it says calculate RS. R and S. This is 45, this is 55. So this is going to be how much? 80?
Sine rule.
We can apply sine rule here. We can write x upon sine 55. That is equals to 150 upon sine 80. 150 meters upon sine 80 degrees. So x is equals to, let's do this. So 150 multiplied by sine 55 divided by sine 80. And the answer is 124.76. So 124.76 can be written as 124.8. So this is 124.8. And this can be written as 125, correct up to 3 significant figure. So I'll just take it here now. So up to 3 significant figure, we can write it as 125 meters. Clear?
Yes.
Any questions in this? It's calculate the total area of two triangles. Total area of two triangles. So in a non-right angle triangle, we know that the area of triangle formula is half AB sine C, right? So this is, let's say, shape 1, this is shape 2. So for shape 1, we'll apply 1 upon 2, 120 into 150 into sine 25. And we'll get the answer. So 0.5 into 120 into 150 into sine 25. And the answer is 3803.56. For the second shape, now we have both of these length 150 and 124 and angle between them. So again, we can write it down half into 150 into 124.8 multiplied by sine 45 degrees and we'll get the answer. So 0.5 into 150 into 124.8 into sine 45, and the answer is 6618.5. Total area, total will be 6618.5 plus 3803.56 and that is 10422.1. So this is the calculation for the third part C where we had to find the total area. And again, we'll write the final answer correct up to 3 significant figures. So that is going to be 10400 meter square. Clear?
So when we round off in the working, we need to show what like the exact answer is, and then in the answer blank we have to write one zero or three significance, right?
Yes, yes. This is our calculation. This is our precise answer. But there is a clear instruction that write your numerals correct up to 3 significant figure. That's why we are rounding up the final answer and submitting it as the final answer correct up to 3 SF.
If suppose we miss out, if we just write 1042.06, will they like cut marks for anything?
It depends. Like here in my answer key, the answers are 10400, 10410, 10440, and nothing is matching with this because at many places we have not taken the exact value. We just rounded up. Even the first angle, 124.8 is rounded up. Then this 65.4 is also rounded up, right?
Yeah.
It was 39 something or 36 something. That is why we are getting a slight different answer. So it's better to round up correct up to 3 SF and we will get the precise answer.
Okay.
So that the answer is common throughout the marking scheme and
Sorry?
I'm telling like if we write it in the exact form, then like in the 5 or 6 significant form, then it won't be common with the mark scheme. So in this,
It will be common. It will be common. But the thing is, they have rounded up correct up to 3 SF. So even they are showing 10400 only.
Okay.
Okay. But maybe the precise answer can be 10422.127, something like this. So it's always better to take like few more significant. If we are using
and you have done it in parts, like for triangle 1 and then triangle 2.
Yeah.
Is it possible if I do it like triangle 1 plus triangle 2 directly and then answer?
You can do directly. There was
substitution
less
and then
space.
direct
You can do it directly also. There was less space. That's why I did
Okay.
first one, second one, added it, and that's my final answer.
Okay.
Question number 18. Now it says complete the square for x square plus 8x minus 9. Now completing the square is a form. So to get the form, we have to add and subtract b by 2 the whole square. The value of b is 8. So it is going to be 8 upon 2 the whole square, that is 4 square, which is equals to 16. That means we have to write x square plus 8x plus 16 minus 9 minus 16. What we did? We added and subtracted 16. So to get the completing the square form. Now the first 3 terms will always give you the square of the binomial, that is x plus 4 the whole square, because all the 3 terms are positive. That will make this the expansion of a plus b the whole square. Where is this 4 coming from? This 4 is exactly this 4. Okay, so x plus 4 the whole square minus 9 minus 16, that is going to be negative 25. So the final answer is x plus 4 the whole square minus 25, and that's the completing the square form. Clear? Moving on to part B, it says use your answer to part A of the equation to solve this equation, x square plus 8x minus 9. Now we had started from the same equation, and which is written in this form, completing the square form. So can we write x plus 4 the whole square minus 25 equals to 0 instead of this? And then we can write x plus 4 the whole square, which is equals to 25. Take square root both sides, so you will get x plus 4 equals to plus minus 5. Again, because we are taking square root, we'll get 2 different answers, plus 5 and negative 5. From here, we'll get x plus 4 equals to 5. So x equals to 1. And the other one, x plus 4 equals to negative 5. So we'll get x equals to negative 9. Hence, the answer is 1 and negative 9. Clear? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Moving on to question number 19. It says the solution of the equation this is this and this, right? Find the value of b and the value of c. So first, the expansion, like the quadratic formula, x is equals to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Now this question will again do it by comparing the values. We know that the value of b, which is written as positive b over here, is negative 7, right? So b will be how much? B will be 7 directly, right? Because that's how in the formula it is taken as negative B. So negative 7. Then in the under root we have B square minus 4AC, that is equals to 61. Can we write like this? We are comparing the under root value. B square minus 4AC is equals to 61. Also denominator is 2A, but here it is 2 only. That means can we say that A is also 1? A is also 1. Now substitute the value. Can I write 7 square minus 4 into A, that is 1 multiplied by C, which is equals to 61. 7 square is 49 minus 4C equals to 61. 49 minus 61 equals to 4C. 49 minus 61, 49 minus 61 is minus 12. So 4C is equals to minus 12, C is equals to minus 3. So value of B is 7 and C is minus 3. Clear? This we again did it by comparing the coefficients, or we can say comparing. Any doubts in this question?
No.
Anyone?
No.
Okay. Okay. Next question, question number 20. So this is a 3D trigonometry based question. It says the diagram shows a cuboid. AB is 8 centimeter. AB is 8 centimeter. So the opposite side, parallel opposite side, this will also be 8. AD is 6. AD is 6. So this will also be 6. This will also be 6. DH is 6. DH is 6. So the height will also be 6. This will also be 6. This will also be 6. Clear? Now they're telling us to calculate the angle HAF. HAF, this whole angle, right? HAF itself is a triangle if you see, right? HAF. That means if we will calculate all the three lengths, this length, this length, and this length, we can apply cosine rule and find the angle. So let's try. AF will be, this is 8, this is 6. So
10.
AF will be definitely 10. Perfect. HA will be, this is
2
6,
root
this is 6.
HF
2
will
root
also be
6.
10.
And HF is also 2 root.
Right?
HF is also 10.
It is 6 root 2, not 2 root 6.
My bad. 6 root 2.
This is 6 root 2.
Hmm.
This is 8, that is 6. That will also be 10 because
10.
trigonometric Pythagorean triplets 6, 8, and 10. Now, so basically this is 6 root 2. This is 10. This is 10. We have to figure out this angle theta. We can apply cosine rule. So we can write 10 square is equals to 10 square plus 6 root 2 square minus 2 into 10 into 6 root 2 into cos theta, right? Ideally, this 10 and 10 will cancel out. Transpose this to the other side. So you'll get minus 6 root 2 the whole square divided by minus 2 into 10 into 6 root 2, which is equals to cos theta. Now do this calculation completely in the calculator. So fraction minus bracket 6 root 2 bracket close the whole square divided by minus 2 into 6 root 2 multiplied by 10, and I'm getting something 0.4246. 0.424264, something like this. So theta will be cos inverse of this answer, 0.424264.
64.9, something like that.
Cos inverse answer, it is 64.9 precisely. Like 1 decimal place. 64.9.
Yeah.
So theta is 64.9. Correct up to 1 decimal place. Clear?
Yes.
And the degrees or the units we don't have to mention, or do we have to mention?
Degrees, better we should write. They're saying no angle HAF. Angle must be in degrees because it's in degrees only.
No, like the unit should we mention for all the questions or no?
If it is not mentioned, we should mention. But because it is written angle,
Okay, so
even if you write 64.9, that is also fine instead of degrees.
for example, there is another question of area. and the centimeter square is
Mhm.
given, so there we don't have to write. And if it's not given,
There
then
we
we
don't
have
have to
write.
write because yes, yes,
Okay.
true.
Okay.
Question 21, it says on the diagram, sketch the graph of x minus 1 the whole square. Now, if we have to sketch the graph of x minus 1 the whole square, we will again need a table value, right? X and y. So when x is 0, or we also have to take on the left of 0. So let's say when x is 0, y is 1. When x is 1, y is 0. When x is 2, then also it is 1. Let's say when x is 3, then 4.
4.
Okay. When x is negative 1, then also it is 4. Then
Yeah.
also it is 4. Okay. Let's mark the points now. Let's say if this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. On the left hand side, it is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. This much is enough. Above it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We don't have 6 values. This much is enough. So at negative 1, it is 4. At negative 1, it is 4 somewhere here. At 0, it is 1. At 1, it is 0 only. At 2, it is 1 over here. At 3, it is 4 again, right? So we have sketched all the points, like 1 at 0, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. That is more than enough. And then you just simply join them using freehand like this. Okay?
So, but
That's your
instead of
answer.
that, instead of plotting the points, I can directly use vertex equal to h comma k, and I can find the c. Like if I expand y equal to x minus 1 square, so I'll get c as 1, and h comma k is 1 comma 0. So like that, I can just simply then I can just follow the symmetry and like sketch the curve.
Can be done, but generally we do it like this. We can do it like this. That is also correct what you are saying. We can use h and k value and find the turning point and show the y-intercept. So these are the important points that you have to show. You have to show the turning point, you have to show the y-intercept, and done. And then you just extend it. And it should be symmetrical because it's a parabola. Second part is sketch the graph of y equals to half x plus 1. So again, we will draw a table value. X and y. When can we say when x is 0, y is 1? And when x is 2, y is also 2. Right? 0, 1, 2, 2. So 0, 1 is over here and 2, 2 is here. Right? And then you extend the line, sketch and extend like this. Like this. Yeah. So this is the line for y equals to half x plus 1, and this is the curve for y equals to x minus 1 the whole square. And we are done with part A, first part and second part. Moving on to the second one, part B, it says the graph of this and this intersect at A and B. There are 2 points of intersection. They are saying the first point of intersection is A, and the second point of intersection here is B. Find the length of AB. We have to find the length of AB. So to find the length of AB, we need coordinates of A and B, right? Coordinate of A is clearly visible. It is 0, 1, right? Coordinate of B we have to figure out. So can we use the substitution method? Can we write x minus 1 the whole square is equals to half x plus 1? And then apply the method a square minus 2ab plus b square, which is equals to half x plus 1. Plus 1 will cancel out. We'll get x square minus 2x minus half x equals to 0. So it's going to be multiply with 2 completely. So 2x square minus 4x minus x equals to 0. 2x square minus 5x equals to 0. X is common. So 2x minus 5 equals to 0. Take x equals to 0 and 2x minus 5 equals to 0. So here you will get another value as 5 by 2. 0 we were already aware 0, and another value is 5 by 2. So find the y coordinate. So y is equals to half x plus 1. So you can write 1 upon 2 into 5 upon 2 plus 1. So this is 5 by 4 plus 1, that is 9 by 4. 9 by 4 is 2.25. 9 divided by 4, that is 2.25. That is y coordinate. Right?
If we take approximate from the sketch, it will be correct, or we should avoid that?
It will be approximate. We should avoid that.
Okay.
It's a 7-mark question. Everything should be very precise. So now one of the coordinate for A is 0, 1. Another coordinate B is 2.5, because 5 by 2 is 2.5, comma 2.25. Now we can use the length formula. Length formula for AB is going to be under root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, right? So plug in the values now. X2 is 2.5 minus 0 the whole square. Y2 is 2.25 minus 1 the whole square. This directly in the calculator and you will get the answer. So root of 2.5 square plus 2.25 minus 1 the whole square, which is 2.795. 2.795. It can be written as 2.795 also, and it can be written as 2.8 as well. Correct up to 3 significant figure. You can write it as 2.795 also.
80.
And 2.80 as well, because we write correct up to 3 SF. So 2.80.
Something like this
Clear?
I was talking about earlier. A bracket में 0.
So we write correct up to 3 SF. Hence, it's better to write 2.80 rather than just 2.8. Okay? Let's move on now. Question 22. It's simplify. It's a 5-marker question. Let's check. We have numerator, which is a quadratic expression, and then denominator, which is linear. So let's find the common ones in the linear one, which is the denominator. And for the numerator, we have to factorize. So let's factorize it separately. So can we write 2x square plus x minus 15? So 15 into 2, 30. So 2 15s are 3 5s are 5 1. So 2 into 3, 6 and 5 we can take, right? So we can write 2x square plus 6x minus 5x minus 15. So we can take 2x common and we can write x plus 3. We can take minus 5 common, again x plus 3. So we have 2x minus 5 and x plus 3 common, right? So these are the factors for the numerator. So numerator can be replaced by 2x minus 5 and x plus 3, like this, right? Now, denominator we have to factorize separately, which is ax plus 3a minus 2bx minus 6b. Now, from first two term, we can clearly see that a is common. So we can take a common and write x plus 3. In last two term, minus 2b is common. Again, x is common and plus 3 is common. So x plus 3 is common, a minus 2b. So x plus 3 multiplied by a minus 2b. So now we can cancel out the common ones. X plus 3 will cancel out. And then we can write 2x minus 5 upon a minus 2b as our final answer. 2x minus 5 upon a minus 2b. And with this, we are done. We are done with the entire paper. It took us exact 1 hour and 20 minutes. We still have 40 minutes to go through each and every question, check the values, start with the questions which carry more marks, like the 5 markers, 7 markers. Do check those questions for sure. And when I say check, you have 40 minutes. At least those questions you can try in the rough once again.
Join the community. Be a math builder.